What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Broscast, episode 296. My name is Harrison. I am joined by our brother Nick, as always. Nick, how are you doing, buddy? We have, I, not necessarily you, survived the great snowfall of 2026 in North Carolina.
Are you saying I didn't survive?
Well, you survived, but you didn't
didn't experience it.
Your area had like a shield around it. I don't know. There's some sort of like mega mind genius or supervillain that created a barrier that didn't want y'all to have fun.
It was ridiculous, man. I think the local weathermen were getting so much hate because they thought that, you know, the two systems were going to converge.
Yeah.
And, you know,
they did. They just didn't. they just converged
around Raleigh.
Yeah.
Until like 8 p.m. on Saturday, which, you know, was about 12 hours too late for it to actually accumulate into anything significant. But
yeah,
I mean, for what it's worth, we got 1.5 inches, 2 inches. And the next day I saw kids were sledding down this huge hill, having a blast. So at the end of the day, I don't think it really mattered how much snow we got, as long as the kids got to get out there and go sledding.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it was like, I think we definitely got over a foot. I mean, it was insane. Like it was like the perfect condition for perfect snow. Stuck, you know, immediately because it had been so cold. I mean, it had, you know, a week before we had all that sleet. So like our road in front of us was completely frozen. We had 5 or 6 cars get stuck at one point on our road, which is insane. And we ended up like over the past couple, because we have ducks. We have like a little shed that we keep them in at night. But the last few nights we'd kept them in their big coop, just because it's been so cold, and we have like multiple heat lamps in there. But it's funny, like the entire surrounding of the coop was just completely covered in snow. Like it was completely insulating the outer walls. Like it was wild.
Kind of a little igloo. Yeah,
it was. And, you know, we went out there a couple times during the day and just checked on them and fed them, and it stayed super warm in there. Like it was
nice,
like comfortable, like even for a human. So it was cool.
The picture you sent, I think you sent it in like our family chat.
Yeah,
it almost looked like a scaled back version of a full size building. Like yeah, just the way it was,
like something from like Day After Tomorrow or something, with like all the yeah. So yeah, it was
pretty cozy in there.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, and it ended up making like ribs that night. So it was just a beautiful. I went and got beer, like bottled beer, because I'm like, I got the beer and I put it in like this. We have like a table, like a glass table that sits on our deck, and it was completely pot. Like, so I put the beer like in there, and it was so chill, so crispy and cold. Oh, it was a great night. So now it's all starting to melt, but we still got a lot of snow. Like, he might be back inside now, but my son Kellen, he's out there making a snowman. So
and he just living it up. This is like his equivalent of the snowstorm that we got back in 2002.
Yeah, because I mean, between the ice storm we had last week, this is day. Tomorrow will be day 8 of no school, and they'll probably have remote days Thursday and Friday, unless it melts. But apparently tomorrow and Thursday we're supposed to be getting some sort of mixture.
Yeah,
something. I mean, it won't be anything
big, like 6 inches. We'll get rain.
You'll get like a firestorm or something.
Yeah. It's heating up.
So yeah, it was a great week. How was your week?
It's good. Came down with like a little cold going into the end of the last week and into the weekend, so wasn't feeling too great over the weekend. But
yeah,
I've rebounded. Back into the office for the first day.
Ooh,
today.
Sorry.
It's all right. It went really well.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. It went fine. Better than I expected. But just getting back into the groove, man. Just
rough.
It's like I feel like I have no time, and obviously I have time because I'm doing this podcast right now. But
yeah,
like right. But like, you know, you finish work, and then obviously with Pierce for 3 hours until he goes to bed, and then we're tired, so we normally go to bed.
Yeah.
Or like I'll stay up and scroll on my phone or something, which is just useless time. But like
something.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's a phase. It's all a phase, but
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's dive into what we have been playing. Nick, I want to hear your continued Fire Emblem story, and then you played a little Final Fantasy VII.
Yes, I did. I'll start with Fire Emblem again for the 15th week in a row. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. But I finished Path of Radiance.
Let's go.
Freaking great game.
Yeah.
The last like 8 chapters just popped off to the nth degree. Just a fantastic game. Very classic. Doesn't waste your time between chapters. No,
love that.
There's no running around a monastery or running around an island. Just like you have additional XP you can divvy out to your guys. So I'll do that. Change out their items. Go to the armory, and then get going to the next chapter. And that's just the best, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I really hope that Fortune's Weave, like the new Fire Emblem coming out this year, has a streamlined version of what Three Houses offered, because man, it just took forever to get from one chapter to another in that game. I hope they streamline it to some degree.
In Three Houses?
Yeah, Three Houses. Engage was better, but it still had just the pointless running around that stupid little island thing. So yeah, finish that up, and then I've been playing through Genealogy of the Holy War a little bit. Jesus Christ, those chapters are so long. I'm through chapter 2, on chapter 3.
Yeah.
But man, like it really does feel like
if Nintendo announces, obviously we got Fortune's Weave coming out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a this year game? Like for sure?
Yeah, it's 2026.
Okay. So I don't know if I would see them releasing like the remaster of Genealogy at this point. Maybe next year. I don't know.
Next year.
Maybe they would. If they were, let's say tomorrow, if they were to announce Genealogy, would you put a pause on this one and then wait for that one, or are you enjoying it enough you want to see it through?
I think I would put a pause on it, mainly because I'm curious on how they would tackle it. Like, so for each chapter, you're seizing like 3 different castles, whereas normally in a Fire Emblem, like your goal in one chapter is just seize the castle, defeat the boss, whatever.
Yeah,
I could see them breaking that up into multiple chapters. Like here's a chapter 2-1, 2-2, 2-3.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Make it a little bit shorter and more digestible. But otherwise, like I just don't know. I don't know how it would translate today, because it just takes so long to beat a chapter.
Yeah,
and there are only like 10 chapters in this game, so it's not like it's a longer Fire Emblem in total. It's just,
do you know in the normal game what platform was Genealogy on originally?
SNES.
Do you know if they had save states or you could save like mid chapter back?
You can save after each turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not meant to be like restarted.
Okay.
At turn 50 when your character dies, like you just go back.
Okay.
One turn. Yeah.
Okay, that's
so it's pretty forgiving in that regard.
Okay, that's good.
Yep. So I've been playing through that, and then I'm not super far into Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think I'm into chapter 3, and I've already played it, so like I'm just kind of replaying.
Did you play through the demo and get past all the intro stuff, and then jumped in, or did you play from the beginning?
I think I played like half of the demo and then carried over my save.
Okay,
and I've been playing since then.
Gotcha.
But dude, it runs great on Switch too. Like it's pretty phenomenal. I've been playing exclusively in handheld, and it looks awesome. Like it
looks great.
Like this is solidifying, and you and I have been saying this a lot, but this is solidifying the Switch 2 being the dominant console.
Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit, but Resident Evil. I mean, we
have
like confirmation now.
Like that game looks awesome as well, and looks to run super great on the Switch too. So yeah,
Capcom,
they're killing it, man. I know FF7 is not Capcom, but Square Enix
runs.
They're killing it as well. They're releasing a lot of really great games on Switch too. Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined is coming out this week.
Yep,
that looks great. So yeah, both those studios are crushing it.
I finished Final Fantasy 7. Took me about 33 hours ish. Incredible. I absolutely love this game. Towards the end is where I really started to kind of dive into like the materia aspect of the game. that's kind of like I think I talked about it last week, but it's kind of like their way of incorporating like job systems in this game. Like each character has their own certain weapons that can't be swapped out with another, like one that like Titus can't use, like Barrett's gun or something like that. But they all share and use like the same Titus. Jesus, Cloud.
Final Fantasy's mixed up, my guy.
I know, I'm getting mixed up. Final Fantasy, Cloud. So yeah, but yeah, being able to, have like Tifa use like the auto cure. And get that like the proficiency up for that, so she'll start healing you while you're attacking. Is awesome, and then being able to like synergize, and when you throw out like a fire move, another character will then do like a lightning move or something like that. So all that stuff is really awesome. My only like, if I had any cons about the game, and this isn't really this game's fault, it's just kind of where you're at in the story, and it's part one of a trilogy. Midgar kind of gets boring after a while. It's just the same old, buildings, industrial, very, very boring. There's not a lot of like colorscape going on. No really different biomes at all. But again, it's part one of a trilogy, so I can't really, in a pretty incredible game, I'm trying to figure something, if I'm kind of reaching for stuff to complain about, that's not necessarily a bad one. And then I would say the last like act of the game is very heavy with boss encounters, and there's not a lot of in between. Like there's not a lot of like smaller encounters in between. And it tells you that it says, once you go into Shinra headquarters, like that's gonna be it. But it's like literally you fight. I guess I'm not gonna spoil anything, but you fight like one of the main bosses towards the end, like when you get to the president of Shinra, and then you fight like the son of him after that on like the helicopter pad, which is like a pretty hard fight. And then like after that you have like the motorcycle chase scene, and you fight that boss, and then you fight the after you cross over and like the whole Destiny thing, and there's two more boss fights, and obviously you fight Sephiroth at the end.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of boss fights.
Yeah.
All really cool and super cinematic, but it's a lot. I was kind of like, okay, is this game gonna end here? Like once you get to the top of Shinra headquarters, and then there's like another 3 hours of gameplay. But yeah, that's again, it's not like a huge complaint, but it did feel a little bit. What are the word I use on Twitter?
Kind of dragged out.
Not dragged out. What did I say on Twitter? Like the pacing felt a little bit. It fell off.
Okay.
Compared to the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it does kind of shoehorn you in to a bunch of bosses in a row. So, my question for you: are you going to play Rebirth? Or are you going to play Rebirth now, or are you going to wait until it comes to the Switch 2?
As much as I want to play it now, I'm going to wait for the Switch 2 version.
Okay.
But I really want to play it because once you kind of cross over, and it starts to do the whole. I'm not going to spoil anything because the game's brand new for Switch 2 people. But once you start to figure out what's going on with the story, and you're like, "Whoa, this is a little bit different," and you see like the outside world, you're like, "Oh, this is very pretty." Cannot wait to get into that. But game's amazing, man.
Nice.
Yeah,
I will say, like, starting Rebirth and that first moment when you exit Midgar, and you see that vast open landscape, it is quite an amazing experience. So yeah, I guess, but like in comparison, Remake feels like slightly claustrophobic compared to Rebirth. But Rebirth also suffers from a lot of bloat and way too many mini games and like checklisty stuff. So like, it kind of sways both ways. And I hope part 3 finds a good middle ground where they don't overwhelm you with a bunch of checklist stuff.
Yeah, like I like maybe not this year. Depending on when part 3 comes out, like I do kind of want to go back and play the original Final Fantasy just to get that like perspective of it.
I do too.
And in comparison to Remake and obviously Rebirth coming out, or Rebirth that's already out. But yeah, I kind of want to get that. I want to get that kind of comparison because
it's on Switch.
Yeah, The story is not. I looked it up, and like the story is not necessarily
not the same.
It's not necessarily a remake. It's something a little bit different, which I think is really really cool. But yeah, going back to like the last like few fights, like it tells you it's like, hey, this is the last rest stop, and this is the last chance for you to get items. But like you don't really know like how much you're going to be fighting. Like I just assumed it was going to be Sephiroth, and that was the end of the game, and it definitely was not the case. So I'm glad that I stocked up on items because. And the ramp up too of difficulty is pretty high. Like I would say, like once you fight the president's son, on like that fight is very hard, and you kind of have to use like counterattacks and stuff like that, which I wasn't really ever doing in the game. I was never using counter, and I had to like kind of reprogram my brain to operate in that way. And you have to do the same thing with that Sephiroth fight. So yeah, the ramping of difficulty has a huge spike up towards the end, and then like again, like the pacing is just a little bit off. It's just like boom, 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 boom. But again, it's part one of a trilogy, so it's hard to fault it for it. But overall, great game. I did jump into Intermission as well. The Yuffie story. Did you ever play that?
I never did.
It's really like you start off with like Yuffie, and she is a member of the Wu Tai, which is kind of like not like a sister organization to Avalanche, but they're kind of like on the same side in a way. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you go in and you're like her whole plan is to break into Shinra and steal like the ultimate materia. We don't really know exactly what that is, but that's kind of her main plan. And she contacts some of the members of Avalanche, and you start out after you blow up the second reactor. So, and I always like it in games where you're kind of playing like a side story of the main story, and you can kind of see the characters
like separate ways.
Yes, and like separate ways, and you kind of see the characters from like a distance because you run into it's after like Cloud, they lose Cloud or whatever. Barrett and Tifa come back to the bar, so you kind of get some additional story elements to what you kind of figured what happened, but you didn't really know. Like you didn't know how she got in contact with Don Corneo and the whole like weird. Like cross-dressing scene.
Right.
It was so funny.
I forgot about that.
So funny. It was really cool. But getting to see like a side of that, and then I haven't gone really deep into like her story. I think it's like 3 to 5 hours.
Okay.
But I did dive into Fort Condor a little bit, and I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. Like the little like the mini game you play, or like the little. I know it's pretty heavy in Rebirth.
I didn't know it was in.
So that's where it started, because I didn't realize it either until they're like, "Hey, like you can play Fort Condor," and I'm like,
"Fort Condor was awesome."
Yeah, pretty sweet. I played a few rounds of that. I think I did everyone that I could in Sector 7, and then I think I can do like I can challenge the rank 2 people now. But yeah, it's really cool.
I love it, and I hate it so much at the same time. Yeah. I remember spending at least 2 hours on just one of the side challenges.
Yeah. So yeah, really love the Intermission DLC so far. Pretty awesome. And like the way that, so the combat's a little bit different. Like she uses a ninja star, and you can get like a boomerang and some other like throwable weapons. So you can kind of throw it at a distance, and then she uses like ninjutsu magic. Mm-hmm. After she throws the ninja stars, and you can do different like elemental damage, depending on like what materia you have. But what's really cool is once you get your second character, you can no longer you can't swap to that character and outright move them around. You can only use their abilities and magic and like items when they have AP built up.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool. It kind of like streamlines the process a little bit, in regards to that. And then you click left trigger, and it hits the synergize. It basically, I think there's like synergizing materia in the base game. This one you could just do outright. And then like depending on like what move set you do, you'll like throw your partner in the air and then like do a combined like attack. It's really, really cool. A lot of fun. I think the combat in this is even better, I think, than the base game.
Can you play this independently of the main game?
Yeah. You essentially start like you start a new chat, like a new game.
Maybe I should play this instead, since I haven't
played
this yet. Yeah.
The only thing it says is like, if you haven't played the main game, don't play this yet because
Right.
it doesn't explain like most of the combat stuff. It does explain kind of the newer stuff like the synergizing and stuff like that. But yeah, I would say do that. You know, if you don't want to tread through this game again since you've already played it, definitely play that because it's a lot of fun.
I kind of forgot that came out. I forgot that was like a part of this.
It's a separate thing. Like on the main menu, you click I think R, and it'll bring you over to the intermission DLC, and then you can play through that. So yeah,
nice.
a lot of fun so far. And then I picked up Dispatch on the Switch too. I had pre-ordered the night before it came out, so I can get like that discount or like 10% discount. Yeah. I already knew I was going to buy it anyways. And then the next day it came out that it was censored for whatever reason. Like I feel like the developer and Nintendo were kind of going back and forth and like, no, we didn't really censor it, but there's some censorship. Like I guess they didn't create, like Japan has the censorship and
right.
They didn't do separate versions of it. They just did one version, I guess.
It sounded like miscommunication almost.
Yeah. That being said, like yes, it is very like lazy. It's just like a little black bar like over like the dude's dong and like one of the first fights you do. And there's like a sex scene that gets blurred out, and like one time they have like one of the characters flips off another character and they censor that out. But then another time they like in a different episode, she flips something off and they don't censor it out. So it's very, I don't know, it feels very lazy and kind of and just dumb overall. That being said, it didn't take away from my experience. Yeah, I think censorship is silly, especially when like we have stuff like Cyberpunk that's on the Switch too, where there's like full on like
like there's a dong slider.
Yeah, there's a dong slider and yeah, there's lots of sex scenes and stuff like that. So a little bit strange when you have stuff like that in comparison. But that being said, maybe I will wait until they fix the censorship stuff and then replay it again because there's a ton of replayability and I just want to see some dongs, but it is funny because like the first fight, like the guy's flying around and it's just the black bar. It's so it's you just stare.
It almost adds to the experience.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But it doesn't take away from the experience. That being said, that censorship stuff aside, this is probably the best version of like the Telltale, like classic Telltale experience. Like just having all the episodes out at once, which I think did it originally, I think it was like a week apart maybe.
Yeah, I think it was a week. I think they did like the first 2 or 3 episodes at once and then episodic from there.
Yeah. And then the Switch 2 version, it's all there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is probably the best that this type of game has ever been. Because look, at the end of the day, I don't need to walk around the environment like in the Telltale games and hit Y on a picture and get like a little monologue of the character. I just don't need that stuff. I'd rather just get to the stuff, get to the choices, get to the scene. So it's pretty much like watching like an anime, and then there is like quick time events like in the fighting. You can turn that stuff off if you don't want to deal with it. I kept it on just to kind of like add to the experience, but it's very, very quick time stuff. And then the dispatching itself. So like the story is you play as a hero that does not have superhero abilities. He controls like this mech and uses that, and something happens and he can no longer use the mech and it's got to get fixed. And then he gets contacted by this agency that dispatches superheroes to calls that, there's a fire or there's a robbery or something like that.
It's pretty fun.
And he gets assigned to this group of misfits, these ex-villains. They're called Team Z, and each character has like their own statistic. Like one's good at defending, one's good at attacking, one's super smart, one can talk their way out of stuff, stuff like that. So when you get a call, it'll tell you like, hey, you need to go defend this couple from this robber or something like that. So like, oh, you should send out the character that has the defense. Yeah. But in a case where, let's say you already sent that character out, then you have other characters that you'll have to put in their place. And sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes it doesn't. And you can send more, depending on the call, like you can send more than one character at a time. So you might have at like each there's like a I don't know, like a statistical circle, and like there's 10 strength, 10 defense, or whatever. And depending on like if it calls for 7 strength and you send 2 characters with 4 strength, it'll match it.
Yeah.
So the actual dispatching itself is a lot of fun, and it takes about maybe 10-15 minutes, during that, depending on the time of the day. And you do it each episode, I think, has 2. So you do like the morning shift, and then they have like their lunch break, and there'll be like some story interactions, and then you do like the nighttime dispatching. The actual dispatching itself is a lot of fun. And then there's like hacking and stuff too, which I think this is probably the most fun hacking minigame in a game that I played. Like you're on like this grid, and you just control this little sphere, and you move it point to point, and then you might have to unlock a code, and like it's a up, down, left, right kind of thing to unlock like the next sector. And some will only have 2, and then you have to find the other one with the other half of it, and then combine them together. You're like, oh, this is up, left, right, and then go on. And then at some point, like towards the latter episodes, there will be like antiviruses in there that'll try to stop you, which is cool. So overall, this game is awesome. The story is incredible. Yeah, it's heartfelt. Yeah, man, it's so good.
Does the dispatching itself affect the story? Like, does that lead to additional dialogue or like additional scenes or anything, or is it just separate from how the story progresses?
From what I saw, I don't think it really does. Because you get some pretty significant choices like in the game, but I don't think that
it's not like dynamic.
Yeah, there's a part in the game, in the story, where you have to cut like a member. And from what I saw, there's only like maybe 3 that could have potentially be cut. But the shift that you do in that before, like at the end of the shift, you're supposed to cut somebody. During that shift, because they're ex-villains, they don't really give a shit. They will like you'll send 2 villains off to a call, and then one of them will attack the other one and cause them to get hurt or something like that. So they can't do it. And then the other person triumphs and does the call and gets like the credit. So there's a lot of stuff like that. That's really funny. And the game's hilarious too. And there's like some unique characters too. Like there's like a speedster character that finds out like he can run super fast, but it drastically cut his life expectancy. So like he's like 40 years old, but he looks like he's 80 in the game. He's hilarious too. So a lot of like really unique kind of characters. I know we're all kind of tired of superhero kind of stuff right now, but I think this is definitely a must play. It's absolutely incredible.
I'll pick this one up. Yeah, I might wait for the censorship stuff to be resolved. Yeah,
and that's something I think you and Alicia like, because you could pause the game during the choice, because it's it's like a Telltale game where someone will say something to you, and they'll remember that, or they didn't like that, or they noticed that, and that can kind of play up into the story as well. So yeah, I think Alicia would have a good time playing that.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
You. Yeah, so super fun game, definitely worth it. I think it's like $30.
Okay,
it took me about 4 to 5 hours, but I definitely want to replay it at some point. To see the alternate endings and stuff like that. So hopefully there's a season 2. I imagine there probably will be. I think this game did pretty well and reviewed excellently as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it sold well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it cracked 1 million, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, like I said, there's no controlling a character.
Okay.
It's all like it's all animated really well. Fight scenes are excellent. Yeah, just kind of a unique spin on
3 million. Wow.
Yeah, it's just a unique spin on like the superhero kind of thing. Like you never think about like, at least I've never seen a comic or anything like that where you're controlling you're an agency that controls or not controls them, but they work for the agency and are being sent out on a call. Like that's pretty unique and
yeah, that's a fun little twist. I like that a lot.
Yeah, so really cool stuff. And then, yeah, that's it. Been continuing playing Animal Crossing. Been enjoying that, doing my dailies and all that good stuff. So yeah. All right, let's dive over. Before we jump into the news, Nick, you want to talk about the I guess it's kind of part of the news, but do the Direct.
Yeah, so there's a Nintendo
Heavily rumored
partner showcase, likely this Thursday, likely getting announced tomorrow.
Yeah,
with a general Direct coming later this month.
Yeah,
allegedly, maybe in the third week of February. I mean, I'm pretty excited for this because third-party support so far for the Switch 2 has been awesome, and we already know of a lot of good games coming to the Switch 2: Elden Ring, Duskbloods, Pragmata, Resident Evil Requiem. I mean, that's just to name a few.
Metaphor, Expedition could be announced.
Could be there. Expedition could be there. Like any Atlas game, Persona, I mean, maybe Persona 5 gets a Switch 2 version. Like maybe Shin Megami Tensei 5 gets a Switch 2 version. Like I feel like there's a lot of possibility here for great RPGs.
Yeah, I saw. So I think like last week at some point, people were talking about the Direct, and then it came. I think was it Attack the Backlog or somebody came out and said something about it. I heard it's a partner showcase. And then I saw a lot of people like doom and gloom about it, and there's a couple of YouTubers that I saw. They're like, I'm concerned about Nintendo, like where they need to give us our. And look, I get it. Like partner showcases are obviously not as exciting as
they haven't been, but
and that's why I tweeted out. I was like, guys, like A, it's going to be okay. And B, partner showcases should be more hype than ever because like you just said, we're getting great third-party support. Not only are we getting great third-party support, but the games are running, on par with PlayStation and Xbox, which we just never got or never really have gotten in any sort of console generation with Nintendo. So we're finally there and on par. And then, I'll throw in Resident Evil, like Resident Evil Requiem. We found out today that it runs at 60 on the Switch 2, 30 in dock, or 60 docked and 30 in handheld.
No, it's 60 in handheld as well.
Oh, it's 60 in handheld as well?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so like, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, we could get a demo.
I think we'll get one. Like,
I think we will. I think we'll get a demo.
They've always had one, so I don't imagine why they wouldn't.
Yeah, it'll be like that Grace section that we've all seen 1,000 times already. But
I'll take it.
I'll be excited to play it nonetheless.
Yeah, because I'll play it in first person. I'll play it in third person. So yeah, I think obviously we're going to get a mainline Direct, and it sounds like we probably will later on this month.
Yeah.
But I am completely fine and happy with the partner showcase because there's still games that I want to see, games that I want to get announced. Witcher 3 Switch 2 edition, like that could be a possibility,
dude.
Now's the time for like maybe Halo Combat or Campaign Evolved could get announced for the Switch 2.
Gears Ultimate. Yeah,
Gears Ultimate. So much stuff now. Now that Nintendo is, controlling like the Direct,
and like
they'll bring in the third party stuff.
Even Switch 2 versions of, Switch 1 ports that, aren't super fantastic. Like I'm thinking like BioShock Infinite, if that got a, Switch 2 version, or even like Doom,
or like Dead Space, like bring that over.
Yeah, like Dead Space remake, like bring that. Doom, The Dark Ages, bring that over.
Yep.
Switch 2 version for Doom Eternal. Like there's so many games, like new and old, that you can create Switch 2 versions for.
Yep. Get excited for.
And that's what's exciting about this is like we've never really had this with a Nintendo console, like you said. Yeah. Like it's always been underpowered. We're getting, food from the ground, right? Like we're getting
getting the scraps.
Yeah, getting the scraps.
Yeah, and like you said, to be fair, partner showcases have never been excited, but now they should absolutely be excited. And more developers are going to be making games for the Switch 2 exclusively as well.
Yeah.
So
like I think we'll see FF7 Rebirth.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
Yeah. And I bet that'll be out.
I bet this year sometime.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we kind of just threw in our predictions as well there. Just kind of listed all the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, anything else that like you'd want to play specifically on the Switch 2?
I mean, I would love like I said already, like the Witcher 3 get a Switch 2 edition on there.
Yeah, I need to play through Blood and Wine.
Yeah. And then there's there's the rumor of like them doing an additional DLC for the Witcher 3 to tie into 4. So that could be a great way to get, have the Switch 2 upgraded and just include the DLC or whatever.
You know what?
Yeah.
It would be good. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Get a Switch 2 edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I would pick that up if I got a Switch 2.
Yeah. I think they just added some more DLC to that game, maybe, that just came out. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, like the Diamond Edition's already on the Switch 1. But yeah, if you got a Switch 2, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else.
Liza P. Like, I would love to see that come over.
Liza P would be awesome. Liza P, I think a Dark Souls trilogy would be awesome to bring over. We need a better version of Dark Souls 1 on Switch. Because I
didn't play that
version is just so crusty.
Which is crazy. Like, how, like, that game's old. Like, I don't understand how they didn't get that running well.
I have no idea. I mean, it ran okay, but it's kind of 30 frames, just unacceptable now.
little 60 frame snob over here.
I think it was an uneven 30 though.
Yeah.
And just didn't look great.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. And that's kind of the exciting part. Is like sky's the limit right now.
Yeah. But yeah, like getting a release date for Elden Ring, I think it would be awesome. And then like to see more Dustbloods. Like I really want to see more of that game.
Mm-hmm.
And then potentially get a release date as well for that. So
and honestly, like
exciting things.
Having a bigger partner showcase like this, if it does happen, really opens the door for a general direct to potentially blow us away. I know that's copium.
Yeah.
Because you got to save room for the farming simulators, but maybe that means that we'll get an even tighter showcase that's focused primarily on first party with the general directs. So, that's what it feels like we're building towards with all these like Twitter announcements and then the partner showcase. Maybe it leads to a 3D Mario in a general direct.
We'll see. There was that post, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, it was like of Cloud walking and it showed like Mario. And it was like, hand in hand. Like these Nintendo people they are hilarious. Like it's funny watching all them bickering,
bunch of dorks,
bitch online. Like even today, like the whole financial stuff, it's like, bro, you don't work for Nintendo, guys. Like
you don't have to.
You gain nothing. Like
so funny, man.
Like why is your ego is so huge? Like for a company that you have no ties in other than. It's hilarious.
I know. Just
yeah, anyways, all right, we're gonna start a new series that we're gonna do once a month at the first podcast of the month. This is our hype level for games that are releasing in that specific month. So we are going to be starting with February, obviously. So what we're going to do, I'm going to name the name. We're not going to name every game, just like I don't think we're hyped up for PGA Tour 2K25, but some of the main line games I'm going to call out. We're going to write it down 1 to 10 scale, hype level, and then we'll kind of talk about it real quick, and then we'll fire it off. All right, so starting off, we've got Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. Comes out February 5th.
I wrote that so small. All ready?
Gave it an 8.
8.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I completed the demo. I really, really enjoyed it. I think I am just in a JRPG kind of mood right now. And the game is gorgeous, man. Like, man, it is one of the prettiest games that I've ever played.
It's really beautiful. I have not finished the demo, and I'm worried that it's going to be another one of those RPGs that I don't finish.
Yeah, you do have a lot that you have not finished yet.
Yeah, and I still need to finish Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake. So I'm like, do I deserve to get another one?
Do I deserve it? Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah.
All right, now we've got. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. Neo 3.
Okay, ready?
I'm going with a 3.
3.
Oh my gosh! Okay. I haven't played 1 or 2. I know it's like a Dark Souls kind of Souls-like game. For whatever reason, I never played it. So
I think I played a little bit of 1, like maybe the first hour, and then it just fell off. I mean, I don't think it's a bad game, but yeah. Not super hyped for it.
All right. Next one. And the only reason I'm reading this one off because I was watching the kind of funny stream today. But Romeo is a Dead Man by Grasshopper manufacturer. It's a Suda 51 game.
Okay. Suda 51.
I don't know if you've seen any of this game before.
I think I've seen a little bit, but I've played a little bit of No More Heroes.
The 6.
5.
Finally, a different one. Yeah, this game was not on my radar at all. Like I said, I was watching the kind of funny stream, and it looks pretty good. And I could go for a weird game like that right now. So I don't know if it'll be a day one for me. Again, I gave it a 6 hype level, but it looks cool. Like if it ever goes on sale, or if it's at a cheaper price, I may just pick it up.
I'm a little less hyped because I'm not a huge Suda 51 fan as much as I want to be.
Yeah,
I can't get into the No More Heroes series for some reason.
Yeah, they are weird games.
They're weird, yeah,
for sure.
All right, what else we got?
All right, so going down here real quick, Mario Tennis Fever.
Okay.
Going for a big old 1.
I'm going to give it 4.
Oh boy, 4 means he's going to get a day 1. Yeah, I've been burned on the Switch generation with Mario sports games, and I will not be partaking in this one. I do not care about the zeitgeist, and the fact that it's $70. Like maybe if it was like a $40 game, I could get it and enjoy it for a week, especially playing with Kellen or online with you or something like that. But yeah, I'm so good.
I'm at a 4 because I want them to break the streak.
Yeah.
And release a good Mario sports game. And this could be the one. It sounds content complete, but I just have a feeling like I'm going to read a review and it's going to say it's lacking content or it's lacking meaningful content. I feel like that's what I'm going to see when I read the review.
That's the inevitability with those games. All right. Next up, and there's a lot of games coming out like on the same day. Yakuza Kiwami 3 and the Dark Ties. This is a remake of Yakuza. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Let's see this. I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'm gonna give it a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I loved. I loved what I played of Like a Dragon.
Yeah.
But just can't get into the series either.
Yeah, I never played it. I was thinking about getting into the series with the pirate Yakuza game last year,
and that's a short one. So
yeah, I never ended up picking it up. Next up, High on Life 2.
Okay. All right, I'm ready. All right. 7. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed High on Life 1 for what it was. I mean, it was just kind of a short
game.
Kind of like bullshitty experience, you know, some good quips here and there. Have they shown gameplay of 2?
I don't know, actually. Surely they have. I mean, that first trailer was really cool with like you doing like the whole portal stuff and like skateboarding, but I don't know if that actually translates into like gameplay. So yeah, I don't think I've seen gameplay of this game.
That's a little worrisome. It's coming out this month.
Yeah, but it's on Switch 2, PS5. It's on everything, so that's
it's coming to Switch 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Because High on Life Switch 2 edition just came out like not too long ago.
Yeah.
All right, next one, Reanimal.
All right.
Giving this one a 9.
Oh, 9.
Yes, I am very, very pumped up for this game. I played the demo, loved it, loved the atmosphere, loved the gameplay. It really feels like an evolution of the first 2 Little Nightmares games.
Yeah.
Cannot wait for this game.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a banger.
Yeah, it's
going to break the 70 Metacritic curse of all the Little Nightmares games.
Yes,
hopefully
it's gonna be an 80.
Yeah.
let's see. Scrolling through here, gonna skip a couple. Skip a couple. Going down.
Are we getting to the inevitability?
All right. Let me make sure I'm still in February. There we are. Okay. Last one. Resident Evil Requiem.
This is easy.
The fastest hit I've ever given.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very excited.
This is my most hyped game of the year.
Yeah, right now.
At this point, by far.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. I can't wait to play this game, and I can't wait to play it again.
Exactly. Yeah. Cannot wait to see what the story unfolds with Old Man Leon.
God,
gameplay looks like it's best it's ever been in a Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot. And then if we have this partner direct, like I guarantee you they'll show a trailer of this game and say, hey, guess what? Demo's available right now. Boom. Let's play it.
Harrison, question for you.
Yeah.
Does Leon die? This 49-year-old Leon die to whatever infection is on his neck?
I've seen that.
Or does he die from bicep overload?
He does a roundhouse kick flip and falls his neck.
Breaks his neck.
And then at the very end, you see the wheelchair. he's a quadriplegic. I'm gonna say no, because have we ever had a mainline Resident Evil character die in a game?
Mm-mm. Well, yeah. I don't want to spoil it, but
yeah. Well, I know you're talking about, but like the original OG characters, like 1 through 3.
No, like
I don't think we've ever had like a mainline character die. I'm gonna say no, but it also wouldn't surprise me if he did die. But to die from an infection kind of seems like a weak way to go out.
Yeah, I think he's gonna die. I think that's a red herring. He's gonna cure it, but he's gonna die saving grace.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool.
Well,
that was fun.
I like it.
Yeah. All right, let's dive over into the news, and then we'll wrap up the show. We already talked about the Nintendo Partner Direct coming this week, and then the main line potentially following the next several weeks. February 5th is what everyone's saying. So, like you said, it'll get announced tomorrow for the 5th. We already talked about the dispatch censorship. The Tamagotchi Life Living the Dream Direct happened last week. Very weird game, man.
I love this direct so much.
It was a lot of fun. Like watching that whole little story go out with the me character and falling in love with every person she basically talked to. Like that was pretty funny. I've never played a Tamagotchi Life game. Nick, have you? I think I asked you last week.
No, I have not.
Okay. Did this direct, like, these are the point of these directs is to like convince you to buy it?
It convinced me.
You? Okay.
It sold me.
I think I'm there too.
And the thing is, I have one more Nintendo voucher.
Oh, okay.
And even though they stopped the program,
yeah.
Tamagotchi Life is still a part of the voucher program. Okay. So I think I'm going to use it on that. My biggest gripe with this game is that you cannot screenshot or screen share or take any screen recordings of your islands, which is like the biggest blunder, because that would lead to some amazing videos on social media, like sharing, like, oh my, I made a Resident Evil island with Leon and keeps trying to romance Ada and she's, whatever.
Yeah, you'll just have to record on your phone or something like that. Yeah, that's where like Nintendo just gets so funny and like weird with their like and obnoxious with some of their like, and I get it, but like,
and like someone is going to make an island with
Epstein Island, like they're going to do
Island or like Charlie Kirk or something, like they're going to do something related to, like, they will always take that path, right? And that's always going to happen.
There's gonna be a Dawn Island. Like
it's gonna be Dawn Island, but like at a certain point, like the good outweighs the bad.
Yeah,
and I think the good outweighs the bad here. And
well, there was like that like in Animal Crossing that just recently got taken down, where it was like the adult island, like the adult only island or something like that.
Right.
So like, yeah, that stuff is very frustrating. I wish, like, yes, we need restrictions because like this is at the end of the day, it's definitely like a kid's game, but it's also
it's a single player game.
Yeah, single player game. Like, and it's, I don't know, it's so weird, and it's just like the perfect breed of like, or a perfect environment to like breed like these really funny encounters. And again, there's gonna be some horrible stuff, with like you mentioned with Epstein and Charlie Kirk and other crazy nonsense stuff. But like I said, the good outweighs the bad, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, but yes, this did convince me, so I'm excited for this one.
I think every direct that they've had for a specific game, the ones that I wasn't 100% on board, I think they've always convinced me. So they've just done a good job.
Kirby Air Riders.
Yep.
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yep.
I think the only
Xenoblade 3 for me, like I ended up picking that up. So yeah, they do a good job with these. The only ones that I didn't really like was like the Mario Kart World one. Like I thought that one
just showed what we already knew.
Like an overview trailer.
Could have been an email.
Yeah, could have been an email. We'll save the Nintendo financials for the last. Last of Us Season 3 will be the last. And I think that's a good decision. I think that's
just wrap it up.
Smart. Yeah. Maybe make it a longer season if you want to throw in some more stories, like from the first season, that spinoff or that one-off episode.
Right.
Maybe do something like that. But yeah, wrap it up. God, 2 is so bad.
Yeah, two mostly had bad episodes.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. It was terrible writing. I don't think the acting was particularly good. Once Pedro was such a,
he was the heart of the show.
Yeah, like he carried the show so well, and like his acting was so good that once he left, like it kind of like unraveled like the poor acting with everybody else. Not poor acting, but like
poor script, poor
writing. And some of the portrayals of the characters, I just didn't. Man, Ellie, just like her character was written so poorly.
Yeah,
like
not good.
Bella Ramsey's character, like her made sense in the first season because she was like literally a child, and in the second season she's 17, 18, however old she is.
Yeah.
I felt like they could have. I'm not gonna say it's her. Maybe it is her. I don't know. But either way, I just didn't enjoy it. And even like once I rewatched like season 1, it is kind of like the worst version of the game. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
it was so one for one that it's like, yeah, just play the game and get better context. And yeah, but either way, I think Pedro absolutely nailed it as Joel.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, it's a shame what happened with season 2, but hopefully season 3 will be better. But yeah, glad it's gonna end. They're not gonna like
try to
extend it out.
Yeah.
Sony has patented a system to use AI to generate individual podcasts featuring its biggest characters and mascots. And basically, like the patented system, like you'll load up like your PlayStation, and like it'll be a screen prompt will come up, and it's going to be characters and mascots from PlayStation franchise that are going to be talking to you and talk about certain games that are out, or like updates that are out to the games or whatever.
Okay.
But again, it's going to use like the AI, so it's not going to be, they're not going to hire voice actors to do this. It's going to be, their generative AI stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of dumb. Like, I just don't think with most of this AI slop, nobody's asking for like any of this stuff.
Yeah,
and I don't
games like
and I don't know why these companies are investing millions and billions of dollars.
Well, because investors are wanting them to, right? Because they think it's the future of everything.
Okay, and then when you lay off all these employees because you're not making money on this stuff, like, I don't know, maybe don't listen to investors.
Yeah, it's not a blue ocean. It's not just this infinite. It's not an infinite money generator.
Yeah, it's very weird. And then Borderlands 4, we talked about it a little bit ago, but the Switch 2 version has been put on pause or potentially canceled.
Which is so weird. Like you were saying earlier, like a week before release, they delayed it indefinitely, and then we didn't hear anything. I've been personally tweeting at Randy Pitchford trying to get to the bottom of this.
Like Randy, you can charge $80 for this Switch 2 version. Like, just put it out, bro.
Just put it out, man. I've just been trying to get to the bottom of it, haven't heard back, and then suddenly it's on hold.
Yeah,
or it's on pause. So I don't know. I don't know what happened, if it just did not showcase well when they did show it off, but like Nintendo was backing this, like they were not backing it financially, but like they were supporting it, obviously, because it's a big release.
Did Borderlands 4 do well?
I think it did
on the other consoles, like well enough.
Yeah, I think it did well enough.
I don't hear anybody talking about that game. Like, once it came out, it was just kind of like,
I just think it didn't run very well. So like it got a lot of flack for that. But I mean, I heard the gameplay was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I'd love to play it, but
yeah, it's weird. Like, again, it was playable last year at Summer Games Fest, and it was delayed like a week before it was supposed to come out on Switch 2. Weird. So very, very strange. Hopefully they can get it together and get it out, but if not, obviously you can play it on Xbox or PlayStation, which is probably the better version, anyways.
Yeah.
And then last up, Nick. It's one of our favorite times of the year.
Our favorite time of the year, man. Our favorite time of the quarter.
You wanna go through it?
Yeah. All right. So we got updated hardware and software figures for Nintendo. So the Switch 2 from launch has sold 17.37 million units. So that's from June 4th all the way to December 31st. So
the grifters are crying right now.
Yeah, they're having to come up with another grift. So in 7 months, it's sold 17 million units, which is the fastest selling console. Nintendo Switch.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It sold 3.25 million units in the 9 months ending 12/31. I think it's up to 155 million units now. It's outsold the Nintendo DS. So it's Nintendo's highest selling console at this point. It's still behind the PS2. You can thank Jim Ryan for that, who found those additional 5 million units in a warehouse somewhere.
I can't wait. Like, I cannot wait
until the goalpost to be moved.
Until Nintendo gets to like 159 or something, and then somebody
Jim Ryan comes out of retirement.
They're like, oh my god, the funniest thing just happened, guys.
You're not going to believe this.
You are not going to believe this.
All right, on the software side, I'll start with Switch 2 games. Mario Kart World is now up to 14 million, which is pretty crazy. DK Bonanza is up to 4.25.
Like an 80% attach rate.
Yeah.
What's the math on that?
Yeah, just about.
God, that's crazy.
Bonanza's up to 4.25 million. So it's only sold like 700,000 in the past quarter, which is lower than I thought. I thought it would be up at like 5 or 6 million by now.
And if you look, I looked on the eShop earlier or last night. It's number one again.
Okay, so maybe it's it's got some legs, which is good.
It'll be an evergreen title for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
And I'm sorry, how much did you say it sold?
Total life to date, it's 4.25 million.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Pokemon Legends ZA Switch 2 edition is at 3.89 million units, which that's pretty incredible. And then Kirby Air Riders, this is the big surprise, 1.76 million. Not shown here, I guess two big games that are not shown. One, Hyrule Warriors. We know it sold over 1 million because Koei Tecmo announced it. It might just have happened after 12/31, so they're not gonna state it here.
Gotcha.
And then the other one, obviously, Metroid Prime 4. The issue here is, yes, it could have sold more than 1 million across Switch 2 and Switch 1, but they're not going to state it on here unless it has sold more than 1 million on that specific platform.
Right.
So, I think there's like rumors or whatever that it's at 1.5 million. That could very well be the case.
Yeah.
But it hasn't cracked 1 million on either the Switch 2 or the Switch.
Yeah, we'll know. I think I think a lot of people are kind of like, oh man, we're never getting a Prime game again. Like, I think we got to like hold our horses a little bit here.
Yeah.
Like, wait until the next reporting. And if it's at 3 million, you know, I think now that Nintendo has gotten Retro back in and they are the sole developer for the Prime series, you know, they can contract them again and say, hey, let's get your vision on what a Prime 5 game is, and from the ground up, and not have to use the other studios kind of
like their
scraps or whatever left, you know, from, you know, that they started. So I think Retro just, they had to deal with the hand that they were dealt, and made a damn good game. Like, it's a really good game. Is it the best Metroid Prime game? No, but it's a good, solid game.
Yeah.
So I think we will get another Prime. We just got to wait and see what the sales look like.
Yeah. And let's see, the next reporting will be like for the full year, right? So
yeah,
we'll definitely know at that point if it sold 1 million on either platform.
Yeah.
But that's about 3 months away. So
yeah.
So
I think it will on both.
Yeah, I think so.
I think like 2.5, maybe.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what kind of legs it has.
I did see. They posted like Samus Knows Ball earlier on Twitter, and like just showed like a clip of like Metro Prime 4, and like the comments were like, "But how did it sell well though?" It's like,
that's a good question.
It is, yeah.
On the Switch side, Pokemon Legends ZA sold 8.41 million.
Crazy.
Galaxy 2 remaster or Galaxy 2 port sold 2.4. Galaxy 1 sold 2.2 million. And then we have the evergreen titles like.
So did that mean like the package, did that sell 1 million? Or I guess it didn't, right? If they didn't report it, or do they just do individually?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they bundled that. It could be that like the differential between the two is people who picked up just one.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because they wouldn't be. I don't know.
Because I was sure they would say that, like, hey, this like the collection pack, like that one sold. But if it didn't sell over 1 million, then they wouldn't have reported it. So maybe it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was $80.
$80. Yeah,
two fucking old games. Yeah,
yeah.
And then you have like your evergreen titles like 8 Deluxe, New Horizons, Pokemon Scarlet Violet that have sold over 1 million or over 2 million in the in this period. So I mean,
and Mario Wonder, did you say Wonder?
I didn't, but that is on here as well.
That's like 17 plus million, like insane.
Yeah, they're up to 17. Smash Ultimate's up to 37. Pokemon Scarlet Violet's up to 28. New Horizons up to 49.
Yeah, Animal Crossing sold, I think, between the last update, like 700,000 more units, and that was before the DLC got announced or like the update came out. So like that's probably going to sell another decent amount, million maybe.
Another million, another 2 million maybe.
Crazy,
it's
man.
Just it's such an evergreen. And then 8 Deluxe is up, or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is up to 70 million.
It's crazy. I mean, we don't have it on the news, but GTA 5 is like at 235 million copies.
So
like,
fucking crazy.
It's insane. Oh, and they did
like platforms that it's on.
Yeah, and 2K confirmed that that they're still holding on to the delayed date that they gave already. So I think that game's coming out for sure.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I mean, what are they?
Did you mention what's the new Super Mario Deluxe? What, isn't that up like a bunch too? Isn't that like their best selling like side 2D platformer ever? Is that deluxe version?
I think so. I don't see it on here.
Okay. Yeah, that was it.
But that one, I think that one's at like 19 million.
Yeah, just insane.
Yeah, for a freaking Wii U port.
Yeah, their games just sell, man. Like that Kirby one was very like. I was of both minds. I was like, man, like if it doesn't sell well, like I understand, but if it does sell well, I also kind of understand because like it's a a Sakurai game.
Yeah,
and in Japan alone, like had like what 400,
900K in Japan.
Dang. Okay, so they had over half.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Dude, Japan loves Kirby.
Yeah,
they freaking love Kirby so much.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, so they're doing well. I mean, and then they like highlighted all their third-party games, which we've been talking about. But yeah.
Do we know what Cyberpunk sold on the Switch 2?
No, I thought it was over 1 million, but maybe I misread that somewhere.
I'd be curious to know.
Probably over 1 million after that that error discount that happens.
Oh my god, yeah. That was like the deal of the century. How much was it? Like $17?
$17.
Yeah, that's crazy. What a good game. What a good port. All right, is that everything on the financials?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool. All right, well, yeah, love to hear that type of stuff. Like, we don't really get into the weeds like that with Xbox and PlayStation. It's just
no, because they don't give sales data.
That's right. They don't do that.
Yeah, Xbox wouldn't dare touch.
No.
Sales data.
They're down like a lot this year, which is not surprising. And yeah, we didn't have it in the news either, but Avowed and Outer Worlds 2 were disappointing in sales, which Outer Worlds 2 makes sense to me because that was right before or right after like the Game Pass spike increases. So I'm sure a lot of people ended up canceling their subscription and just didn't give Outer Worlds 2 a chance. And I know they had it at an $80 game. Did it launch at a $70 game on PlayStation?
Mm-hmm.
See, they should, man. I think Xbox needs to reevaluate their games and still do the Game Pass stuff because they've invested so much money into that. But all their other stuff, just put it out at $50, and I think you'll sell a ton. Like Avowed is launching, I think, this month for $50. So I don't know, man. Maybe give a little bit of a discount for. They won't do it, but.
Right.
You know, I feel like they would sell more copies, of like Horizon 7 or 6 is $60 instead of 70. Like that game's going to sell well anyways. That's going to be their best selling game of the year.
Yeah. I just think the $70 games transition has not worked well for anybody. For Sony, for Xbox, it's probably not working super well for Nintendo either. I mean, we just saw that it's working pretty well for them, but who knows if that translates to like a Mario Tennis, right?
Yeah, I wonder if they do have an increase in their hardware this year, Nintendo, if they will drop their prices back down to like 60 instead of 70.
Yeah,
that would be kind of like unprecedented, but yeah, it's expensive.
I think that's an easier give against a hardware increase. Like
they have to have people over there that have genuine conversations about their pricing and games, like having the variable prices. Like someone had to say, hey, does the next Mario Tennis game need to be $70? Can we make it 50?
We don't have a great reputation with Mario sports games right now. Like, should we really be increasing the price on these?
Like the Donkey Kong remaster, did that need to be $60? Could we have played like had it at 40? Like, why is Metro Prime 4 or Metro Prime Remastered 40? That's a far better game than Donkey Kong remaster we got last year. That just got a new update not too long ago. Like, it's very strange. And like their amiibo, like the new Mario amiibos coming out and stuff like that, they dropped down to $34.99. That's like the new price point instead of 40. So it feels like they're
testing.
Yeah, they're testing the waters and kind of figuring out how to do all this stuff. Like for like the basic amiibos, like 20, I think is reasonable. They were $15.99 before, so a $4 increase. Like that's reasonable to me. And then have like your higher end amiibos at like 30, 35, 40 plus, like that's fair to me. But for basic amiibos at 30 is crazy. So
I know you're still gutted after.
Oh yeah. It's $130 I spent on these Zelda amiibos, and they were down to what, $6 or $7.
You spent $20, $25 and got all 4 of them.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. I feel like I should got some sort of compensation for that.
You should have.
Should have got
Really
what was the what was the DS or the 3DS thing?
The ambassador program.
Yeah, the ambassador.
Send you a free amiibo or something.
Hey, I'll take it. Send me a free Kirby amiibo. Like that would suffice.
That's good compensation right there.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I think that is going to wrap up the show. Just had so much news in the past couple of weeks. It's been a lot of fun talking about it. And a lot of positive news too. So that's always good. But yeah, I mean, again, could potentially get in a direct this week, mainline direct in a couple of weeks. So I think we're eating pretty good with Nintendo stuff. Very, very excited for what those presentations hold. But Nick, before we wrap it up, any final thoughts?
Before we wrap it up, actually, there's a new post from Stealth 40K.
Breaking news on the show. Let's go.
Kind of breaking news. Caitlin Thornburn, who is a voice actress, recently updated her Spotlight profile and updated a Xenoblade Chronicles game coming in 2026.
Holy shit, that's huge.
And only the person themselves can update their profile, so it's not like it could be updated by random stranger. So it just something to end on, but could be coming.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, is that a brand new Xenoblade game, or maybe additional DLC to? Yeah, that's kind of big.
Yeah,
I thought we would have gotten Monolith Soft's next IP before we got a new Xenoblade game, but I mean, either way, that's awesome.
I wonder what it is. It could just be a remake again. I don't know. Or it could be 4.
That's huge.
We'll see.
Would that could be in the partner showcase, right?
Well, no, because they're owned by Nintendo.
They are owned. Okay,
yeah, they're owned.
Damn. Okay, I thought I had something.
Man, you were so close.
That would be huge. that could be huge.
Yeah.
Does Nintendo own Grizzo? That wouldn't be a part. They wouldn't put any sort of Zelda stuff in partner showcase.
I don't think they own Grizzo.
I don't think they do, but I think
they made Ever Oasis.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was on 3DS. I don't know.
Yeah. I doubt they would show a Zelda thing at a partner anyways. They would save that for... Because they had... Because Grizzo made Echoes of Wisdom. Echoes of Wisdom?
Oh, yeah, they did.
So, and that was at a main line. So, yeah it wouldn't be there. Okay. All right, cool. Well, a little rumor to top off the show.
Tilly a little bit.
All right, guys. Well, review us on your favorite podcasting platform of choice. We would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And we will see you guys next week, hopefully talking about some sort of direct.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.